What's up, booktube? Welcome back. My name is Laura if you're new here, and today I'm talking about some new book releases for July. So this is going to be a weirdly short video. I normally have like way too many books to talk about, and so I don't talk about sequels just because if I did these videos it would be way too long. But for this one I am going to include sequels because otherwise I only have like 3 books to talk about. I guess July just isn't a very big publishing month, or I just haven't found many books that I'm personally interested in that are being released in July. But either way, I have 2 sequels and 3 books that are not sequels to talk about today. Let's just get right into it, starting with 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim, coming out on July 6th. This one sounds so cool, but first, can we just... the cover? The cover. Like, this book is stunning. It is so beautiful, and you all know that I am a sucker for a beautiful cover, so this one is just really speaking to me like, holy shit, it's beautiful. But the synopsis of this one is about a girl who has some kind of forbidden magic that she has managed to keep secret her entire life until her wedding day, when she is about to marry a man who she does not want to be with. She loses control of her magic and accidentally stalls the wedding, and there's a like evil stepmother kind of character in her life who notices her magic and actually has magic of her own, and so she curses her brothers to become these cranes and says that every time the main character speaks, one of her brothers will die. So she now cannot speak, she can't use her magic, and she has to go and try and save her brothers, and she ends up getting the help of the man who she was supposed to marry, and then our story goes from there. This one sounds wild. It's a fairy tale fantasy, which y'all know. Again, I fucking love. I love fairy tales so much, so this one just sounds like it's going to be right up my alley, and I cannot wait for it. Next up on July 13th is A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. This is the first book in her Monk and Robots series. This one just sounds really fucking weird, but like in the best way possible. I really have no idea how to explain the synopsis. So basically Becky Chambers writes optimistic sci-fi where like it's sci-fi, it's set in the future, but like the world didn't end in some fiery, massive, chaotic destruction, which is nice. But I think in this one it's like set in the future where robots gained sentience and they no longer wanted to serve humans, so they just left. Like there was no battle, no evil robot things, they just all packed up their shit and went into the woods and were never seen again until they start at this book when one robot comes back and asks somebody if they need any help with something, and then things go from there. I'm very confused by the synopsis, but it sounds like it's going to be really cute, like a cute kind of robot sci-fi, which is an unexpected thing, but I'm very much here for it. This one is a novella. It's only 160 pages, but that's fine with me. I love novellas. I have like the world's shortest attention span, so novellas are fantastic for me. And this one just sounds like it's going to be a really weird, fun book, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And then on July 20th, I've got these Holo Vows by Lexi Ryan. This one is being described as The Cruel Prince meets A Court of Thorn and Roses, so basically it's gonna be some fairy porn. Kind of sounds fun. If you know the synopses of both of those books, then you could probably figure out the synopsis of this one. It's not like a wildly inventive kind of plotline. They follow a main character who fucking hates the Fae, but her sister is like sold to the Unseelie King, and so she has to go and save her. She like ends up making a deal with the Unseelie King to get her sister back, where she has to go and like retrieve these 3 magical relics of some kind, and if she does that, then he'll release her sister. And so she masquerades as a potential bride for the Fae Prince and ends up actually falling in love with him. So yeah, this one sounds kind of fun. I'm mainly just reading it because it sounds like it's just going to be a really like addictive kind of read. Similar to how The Cruel Prince is. I haven't read Sarah Dumas books, so I can't compare to those ones, but I have read The Cruel Prince and I really enjoyed them just because they were just so fun, you know, like there was just so much angst and drama happening that it was just really entertaining to read. So I'm expecting kind of similar vibes from this one as well. For the sequels, the 4th book in the Romance Book Club series is coming out on July 20th. This one is called Isn't It Romantic? If you haven't heard of it, this one is about a group of friends who all love their wives so much, but they just don't know how to make them happy. So they form this book club together where they read romance novels that were written by women for women and kind of use them as like a way to kind of see what women want, and kind of like manuals, but not in like a creepy way. Like they're using it to learn how to get better in touch with their emotions and learn how to talk to their wives and ask them for their needs and kind of like how to make them happier because they genuinely just love them that much. So it's this very wholesome thing, and they all just love each other as well. It not only helps their relationships with their wives, but it also makes them be closer as well, and they're just trying to like dismantle toxic toxic masculinity within their own friend group, and it's just this really cute, wholesome story. So the fourth book follows the Russian character, who is this like really gross dude. He has like stomach problems, so he's constantly just like having this explosive diarrhea basically, and it's really gross. So I'm not too sure like how this is gonna end up being like a sexy, fun romance. I'm thinking it's gonna be more humorous, but maybe it'll surprise me, who knows. And finally, on July 27th is Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. This is the third book in the Serpent and Dove series. I've only read the first book so far because I suck with sequels. The first book is about a witch and a witch hunter who are forced to get married. He obviously has no idea that she's a witch, but she is very well aware that he is a witch hunter, and so she has to try and stay alive, try and keep her secret, and hope that he doesn't literally murder her. But they just cannot fucking stand each other. They hate each other so much. But this hatred slowly starts to turn into a romance, and it's a really fiery kind of romance. I wasn't the biggest fan of the first book, but I did like it enough to buy the second book, so I will be carrying on with it. But this book is very polarizing. Like you either loved it or you hated it, and there's really no in between. I kind of fell in between, so I guess that was inaccurate, but either way, you know what I mean. People just have very strong opinions about this book. So I'm looking forward to see what's happening in book 2 and eventually book 3 whenever I get to it. And that's it. This is probably the shortest one of these videos that I will ever do. It is like, I've only been filming for like 15 minutes, and this video is probably going to end up being like maybe 5 minutes. Like, it's going to be a very short video. But let me know if you have any other books coming out in July that you are looking forward to, because apparently I need more. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!